Hey guys, RX Manga here, coming back at you again with a video on my new series I'm starting called V3 Reviews, which I will explain in a moment. First of all, hope everybody's enjoying their RX energies. It's late at night. I promise I drink these, guys. I really do. I drink 1 to 2 every day. I just make these videos really late at night, and I can't drink one before bed. So I hope all of you, at any time you're watching, are enjoying your RX energies and have the energy to get through your day. So explaining the V3 reviews, it was inspired by, yes, Garu Reviews. Yes, you heard me, Garu. You're getting your shout out. Don't you worry. He is the one who I pulled my desire to give any series that isn't just complete garbage, volume 1, at least 3 volumes to hook me. It gives them a chance. It lets series that have a bumpy start or a rough start on volume 1, it gives them 2 more volumes to try and get their shit together and show me what it's got. If it doesn't work, drop it after 3. So far, it's worked out excellent for me. It saved me on, I believe, 4 volumes or 4 series that I've read that it's saved. And only 1 series so far, Sweetness and Lightning, have I given a full 3 volumes and deemed completely unworthy of continuing. There is another series that's kind of on the chopping block with its volume 1 out. But moving on to the V3 reviews. The first one in this series is going to be the pretty brand new series from Vertical, Ryo Oshohachi's Immortal Hounds. Now, this is a phenomenal manga. I will tell you right now, it did not even need 3 volumes. It needed 1. Volume 1 was incredible, and it has not settled down at all for these 3 volumes. I cannot wait for volume 4. I cannot wait for more of this series. I cannot praise it enough. So, starting off with the synopsis, this is a story based in a world where nobody dies. I love these series of Immortals. It's always interesting to see how they manage to deal with their immortality and how the villains and heroes play off of each other when everybody's immortal. So it's very interesting. So again, it's based in a world where nobody dies, except there are people called vectors who can die and who somehow infect other people with a disease known as RDS, or Revival Deficiency Syndrome, and makes them basically mortal. So once you are infected, you can die. And the third group in this series, we have the cops who try and stop the vectors, the vectors who are seemingly infecting everybody with RDS, and we have the escape artists who, for whatever reason, are saving the vectors and rescuing them and hiding them, and you might assume are introducing the vectors, or maybe vectors. So the plot is basically cat and mouse. It's a very cat and mouse story, done very well, about the cops trying to stop and figure out what the vectors are, who they are, what they want, what they're doing, how they do it, and where they come from. It's a great mystery story because you start off with no information on vectors except that they are the ones who infect people with RDS. You have no idea what the escape artists want or what they're doing and why. And you find this stuff out slowly but surely. This series does a phenomenal job of introducing you to a very interesting world with a lot of questions and answering one to satisfy your curiosity while introducing more or expanding on others. So far through the series, they've done an excellent job. By volume 3, we've had a lot of questions answered, but there are still so many things we don't know. The main lead is this gentleman here, who is very stern. He's a hard-ass kind of cop, as I'm sure you could tell from the look. And then our second main character would actually be one of the escape artists, who is cold, calculating, unfeeling, one of those emotionless types. And these two play off of each other extremely well throughout the series. Moving on to the art. The art is very good, but I'd say nothing too spectacular, honestly. It's interesting, fairly standard. The character designs are very cool. They have some very very provocative at some points, I will say. It does get a 16 plus rating, so it is pretty mature, especially when it comes to themes of sex and promiscuity and whatnot. So the art is very good, but I would not say it's anything spectacular or anything to write home about. So the art is very good, but not stand out-ish. It is middle of the pack, very well done, standard kind of art. And finally, my fourth section would be impact. How big of an impact does this story make? And I will say that it makes a very big impact when it comes to what you might expect from your standard manga. Obviously, just having everybody be immortal is already a big impact on what we are used to seeing, where our heroes are pushed to the limit based on them being in danger of dying or their friends being in danger. But here, nobody can die. So other than the RDS, of course, that's a big kind of story point, obviously. But when everybody's immortal, incapacitating them is your only option and way to go. So it's very interesting to see how they handle that and how they fight each other, constantly killing themselves or killing each other to revive their injuries healed and everything. So the impact is fairly great because it is not your standard shonen or seinen manga. Things are dark but somewhat lighthearted in the sense of there's a lot of death and devastation, but with everybody being immortal, it's handled in a somewhat lighthearted way, which is fantastic. And then you have very great personalities, like unfeeling, cold, calculating, and emotionless, as we've seen like a million times before in manga. And then crazy sexual slut psychopath, which I love her. I think she is so hilarious and so great. Cold, calculating characters, and just a slew of other supporting cast members. You get a lot of variety in the cast here, and it's just, I don't know how to explain it, guys. It's just such a phenomenal manga. I would actually recommend just pick up Volume 1. Just pick up Volume 1, give it a shot, and if Volume 1 doesn't hook you, then you can just drop the series, because if Volume 1 cannot hook you, you are sick in the head, because this series is phenomenal. So that would be my V3 review on Immortal Hounds. Hopefully I'll have another review out when this series is completed, but who knows when that's going to be. So please remember to like, subscribe, comment down below, and share me around with your friends. Please comment down below if you've seen the series, picked up the series, or are interested in the series. What do you think about it so far? And any criticisms to go down in the comments for me. Thank you very much all for watching, and I will see you all next time. If you guys like Immortal Hounds, or if you just love amazing, dark, amazing crafts,
like a Hellcat,
you can buy the original novel by Osamu Tezuka. I know that one is cheaper, but it's a novel, and I don't read Muggle books, so